If you're paying $20 a month for Claude and only chatting with it, you're leaving about 90% of the product on the table. You opened the tab, you typed a question, you closed it. And the 9 features that actually run a business sat there untouched. In the next 12 minutes, I'll show you the exact non-coder, Claude.ai stack that replaced 4 paid SaaS tools in my workflow. No terminal, no API, no Claude Code. Most tutorials only show developers the CLI side. I'll show you the browser side a solopreneur actually uses. By the end, you'll have a copy-paste blueprint. I'm Lazar. I build automation systems for small businesses every day. Let's start with the feature most people scroll past on day one. Here's the situation I see constantly. A solopreneur signs up for Claude Pro, uses it like a slightly smarter ChatGPT, and after a month, wonders if it's worth the $20. Meanwhile, they're still paying for a writing tool, a knowledge-based tool, a transcription tool, and a virtual assistant doing data entry. That stack used to cost one of my clients around $376 a month. After we restructured everything around 9 features inside the Claude web app, they kept the $20 seat and canceled the rest. Same output, less switching. Let me walk you through exactly what those 9 features are and how to set them up, in the order I do it on day 1 with a new client. Feature 1 is projects. Projects are the single biggest leverage point and almost nobody configures them properly. A project is a container that holds custom instructions plus uploaded reference files, and every chat inside that project inherits both. So instead of pasting your brand voice and your FAQ document into every conversation, you set it once. For a small invoicing business I work with, we built a project called Customer Support. Inside it, we uploaded their refund policy, their pricing PDF, their top 40 support questions with approved answers, and a short instructions block that said, "You are the support agent. Reply in the customer's language. Never promise a refund outside policy. Sign off with the owner's first name." Drafting a reply went from 12 minutes of context switching to about 2. That's feature 1. Feature 2 is custom instructions at the account level. Different from project instructions. Account level instructions are global. They tell Claude how you personally like to receive information across every chat. Mine says, skip pleasantries. Give me the answer first, then the reasoning. Use plain text, not bullet points unless I ask. And assume I'm technical. Set this once, save 20 seconds on every conversation forever. Feature 3 is styles. This one is hidden in plain sight at the bottom of the chat box. A style is a saved voice and formatting preset you can switch on with one click. I have 3. A formal client proposal style for cold outreach, a casual newsletter, style for short-form content, and a technical style for documentation. To create one, click the Styles drop-down, it creates style. Paste in 3 or 4 sample pieces of writing in that voice, and Claude reverse engineers the tone. Now, instead of writing prompts that say, write this in a friendly but professional tone with short sentences, I click a button. That alone killed a $49 a month writing tool subscription for one client. Feature 4 is artifacts. Whenever Claude generates code, a document, a table, or an HTML preview, it pops out into a side panel you can edit and iterate on, without the chat history getting messy. The use case nobody talks about, client deliverables. I generate a one-page proposal as an HTML artifact. The client sees a live preview. I tweak it in plain English, and I export it. No Google Doc back and forth. Feature 5 is file analysis, and this is where you replace a virtual assistant doing data entry. Drag a CSV with 200 invoiced line items into the chat. Ask Claude to categorize each row by expense type. flag any duplicates, and return a clean CSV. It does it in about 30 seconds with accuracy in the high 90s on structured data. For PDFs of invoices, the same thing: extract vendor, date, amount, line items, and dump to a table. One client was paying $300 a month to a VA for exactly this task. Feature 6 is the Excel and Spreadsheet workflow. You can paste a table directly into the chat, ask for analysis, and get back a formatted result. Combined with artifacts, you get a working spreadsheet view you can copy straight back into Google Sheets. No formulas, no VLOOKUP nightmares. Feature 7 is MCP Connectors in the web app. This is the newest piece and the most underused. Claude now connects directly to Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, and a growing list of other tools inside the browser. No Zapier, no API keys for the user. You go to Settings, Connectors, and toggle on Gmail. Now you can ask Claude to read your last 20 emails, summarize what needs a reply today, and draft responses in your saved style. For one consulting client, this replaced about 90 minutes a day of inbox triage. Feature 8 is web search inside chats. Toggle it on per conversation. Combined with a project that already knows your business, you can ask, find 3 competitors who launched a feature like X in the last 60 days, and summarize their positioning. You get current results, filtered through your brand context. That's a research tool replaced. Feature 9 is computer use, also called agent mode in some accounts. This one is still rolling out, but it lets Claude actually drive a browser. Click, type, scroll, fill forms. For lead research, I pointed at a directory site. Give it the criteria, and it builds a list of qualified leads with contact info, while I do something else. Not perfect, not fast, but for repetitive, low-skill browser work, it's a genuine VA replacement on tasks you'd never bother automating with code. So let's add it up. With those 9 features configured properly inside one Claude Pro seat at $20 a month, you replace a writing tool at around $49, a knowledge base AI at around $10, a transcription tool at $17, and roughly $300 of VA data entry work. That's $356 a month saved, plus the time you stop losing to tool switching. The catch, and there's always a catch, is that none of this works if you skip the setup. Most people open Claude, type a question, and never touch projects or styles or connectors. The features are there. The wins are sitting there. You just have to spend one afternoon configuring them. If you've got a workflow eating 2 to 4 hours of your day and you want it built properly, projects configured, styles dialed in, connectors wired to your actual tools, that's exactly what we ship at BizflowAI.io. Head to BizflowAI.io to see real client builds, then book a free 30-minute discovery call right from the site. And before you go, hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next automation breakdown lands in your feed. See you in the next one.